So now, let's say that we have this, let's say we have this right here, okay? It says they want us to graph, okay? They want us to graph that. Now, if you pull up your unit circle, okay, cool, thank you for letting me know. Let's say they want you to graph this right here, okay, this yellow highlight, all right? The first thing I want you to start with is pull up your unit circle, okay? And you'll find something that looks like, under unit circle, you'll find something that looks like this right here. Whoops. Let's pull this up here. Unit circle, open a new window. And let me download that. Okay, so here's your unit circle. Okay, right here. Okay, the one that I updated. All right, and we're going to look at the third page. Okay, right here. It's going to look like this. Now, here's the deal. We know that sine looks like a wave. Okay, we know that sine looks like a wave. Now, if we graph these 5 key points, okay, here is a point that I want to make over here. Is that if you graph these 5 key points, do you really need to graph the middle point where my cursor is at, here, or here, or here, or here, or anything in between those middle points? You can, but once you graph these 5 key points, you pretty much get the gist of what's going on with the graph, and you just can keep on applying the points, keep going. Okay, so we just only focus on these 5 key points because we just want to get the general shape, and we don't want to spend too much time on one problem, especially time that's not necessary. Okay, so we're only going to be focusing on graphing those 5 key points, and that's what these are all about. This chart, these charts you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, sine and cosine is the same chart. These are the key points that you graph, okay, for these. All right, that's what this relates to, okay, and visually, this is what it looks like. We're graphing these. So sine and cosine have 5 key points here. Okay, if you bounce over to cosecant has 9 key points. Okay, 3 here, 3 there, and the asymptotes, the thick black lines, are key points also. Okay, so we'll get to cosecant and secant in a little bit. Cosecant and secant seem like, oh my goodness, there's 9 points. Geez Louise, it's actually not that bad. Okay, there's a pattern to those 9 points you'll see. Okay, but again, let's shift our focus back to sine. Okay, so I literally copied down this chart you see onto the top left, right here. That's what this is. Okay, so right now we're not even focused on tangent. All right. So that's what this chart is all about here. So let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling here. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to set this, okay, equal to 0. We're going to set this equal to 90. Set this equal to 180. And I'm getting these, I'm basically getting these orange numbers right here from the chart. Okay? And we just keep going over here. And we keep going. Okay? So now, that's going to make our life significantly easier. Okay? Watch this. This is going to become a big fat 0. Okay. This is going to be a big fat 90. This is going to be a big fat 180. And this is going to be 270. And this is going to be 360. Okay? And I'm going to put an equal sign. Thought I copied and pasted that equal sign. Whatever. There it is. Okay. So, again, orange highlights. Let me dip those in orange. Boom, boom. Dude. Okay, now, what is sine of 0? That's where you look it up in your unit circle. Okay, so our unit circle says that sine of 0, okay, sine of 0 is 0. Okay, sine of 0 is 0. So watch this. I am now going to get equals to -4 times 0. Okay, and I'm actually going to change this highlight on the other slide right here to green. Okay. Oh, man. Boom. It's going to be green. And green. Okay. And -1. And then we're going to do the same thing for the next line. Okay. Sine of 90 is going to be right here. 1. Okay. So now I'm going to get 1. Okay, like that. Sine of 180 is going to be 0. Okay. And we're going to round and round we go. 270 is going to become -1. All right, did that in green. And 360 lands us back at the 0 again. Okay, it lands us back with a 0. All right. Now, we just have to calculate this now. Okay, this is going to give us -1. Okay, that's going to be -1. This is going to be -5. This is going to be -1. This is going to be 3. And this is going to be -1. Okay. All right. Now that's the hardest part, believe it or not. Okay. And the reason this says approximation, okay, the reason that says approximation is that sometimes you're not going to get a nice clean 0. Sometimes it might say the 0 might be √2 over 2. Okay, I just don't have my square root symbol. So in this case, you would have to do √2. You would have to do -4 times √2 over 2 minus 1 is going to give you a nasty decimal, and you just approximate it, okay, to the 100th place, 2 places after the decimal. Okay. So that's the hardest part there. Okay, these approximations, by the way, is obviously nice clean whole numbers. Okay, and it just might be decimals, what I was saying before. So we're pretty much done with the hardest part. And the funny thing is the easiest part is what people usually struggle with. And the easiest part is theta. Okay, so theta, so theta is going to be, and what I want to do is I want to draw an arrow, and I want to say from unit circle. Okay, theta is basically this. Watch this. Okay, I'm going to take away this yellow because I'm going to need it. And let's go with, so watch this, watch me side hustle this right here. Okay, in green. I'm going to go yellow. So watch this, 2 times theta minus 30. Okay, that's a 30 equals to 0. And where I got that from was right over here. Boom. Okay, and then I'm going to solve for theta. Okay, divide both sides by 2. Okay, and you get theta minus 30. Okay, equals to 0. Add 30 to both sides, and you get theta equals to 30. So theta right here is 30. Okay, I'm going to do one more with you. Okay, let's do this 90-degree one. Okay, and I'm going to go theta, whoops, excuse me, 2 times theta minus 30, this time equals to 90. Divide both sides by 2. Okay, and you get theta minus 30 equals to 45. Add 30 to both sides, and you get theta equals to 75. Okay, so this is going to be 75. Okay, I'm going to do just one more with you. Okay, and you're going to get same thing, 2 theta minus 30. I'll work through this one more quickly. Okay, theta minus 30 equals to 90. Theta equals to 120. Okay, all right, and you just keep going and going. Okay, let me see what the remaining ones are. 165 and 210. What do I do? So there's a question asking, what do I do when I have this yellow number for theta? This 30 basically, this 30 got moved right here. 75 and the 120. You see what I'm saying? Okay. All right. And so now we have all the points we need. We just need to graph this now. Okay. We just need to graph this now. So I'm going to create my x-axis, okay, and y-axis. So we are like 90% done now. I'm even tempted to say 95% done now. Okay. So I'm gonna go like this. Let me make that a little thinner. Okay, bring that down. Okay. Now watch this. I'm gonna go 30 right here. Actually, do this in black. Make that black also. Make this black. And make this black right here. Okay. Now I'm gonna go 30. 75. 120. 165. And 210. And I got these numbers, as you probably already know, from there. Okay, that's where I got those numbers. Now, I'm going to go -1. The smallest number is -1. The largest number is -1. The smallest number is -5. The middle number is negative. The middle number is, I'm tripping. You guys, okay, let me just let me just shut up and just draw this, okay? Because I'm just talking too much right now and just saying nonsense. Put the 3 right there, okay? So basically, these blue highlights created those, okay? Now, let's just plot the points, okay? All right, I'm going to plot them in green, okay? And then we are basically 99% done now. 30, -1, boom. Right smack dab right there, okay? Let me make the green a little bit see-through so you can see the 30 there, okay? 75, -5, boom. 120, -1. Okay, let me again make that dot a little bit see-through. Okay, 165, 3. Okay, remember it lines up right here. It lines up with that 3. Okay, and 210. And -1. Boom. Okay, now ideally, I would have liked to make this dot a little higher, which means I push the 3 up a little bit higher, but I ran out of space on top. Okay. And you just connect the dots and you're done. Okay. I just connect the dots. Boom. Okay. Now, obviously, you know that this wave continues over and over and over again, but we're just graphing one cycle. Okay. One cycle. If you want to create more points to the right, then you would continue this chart, and it would be 450 next because I add another 90. So I put the next line on the chart is 450, and then set it equal to 450 here. Okay, set it equal to 4. Set this red bracket equal to 450 and create another line. Okay, and then if you want another line after that, do 450 plus 90, which gives you 540 for the next chart line, and set this bracket down here equal to 540 and continue. Okay, and if you want to make the graph go continue the graph going left, then you subtract 90 from 0, you get -90. Set this red bracket equal to -90. Create another line item, another dot. Okay, and that wraps it up, folks. Okay, I want you guys right now, go ahead and do cosine the same exact way. Okay, in cosine, you use the same exact chart that you see right here. Okay.